Hello, welcome back to RBS. We are a new channel. Please support us by liking and subscribing. Thank you. Obesity is becoming one of the most endemic diseases in many parts of the world, especially in the developed world. Obesity is a medical condition, sometimes considered a disease, in which excessive body fat accumulates to such an extent that it negatively affects health. Though it is associated with high calorie intake, that is high energy given food, or lack of enough exercise, it can be genetic. How can someone know that he is obese? Well, it is mostly assessed through a system of measurement known as BMI, that is body mass index. It is calculated by measuring one's weight and then dividing by the square of the person's height. Over 30 kg per meter square is considered obese, while 25 to 30 kg per meter square is overweight. 18.5 to 24.9 is the normal range. Some East Asian countries use lower value to calculate obesity, as their people tend to experience complications at a lower value than the above mentioned. Obesity, as with many diseases, has its consequences. It ranges from cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, obstructive sleep apnea, certain types of cancer, osteoarthritis, and depression. Most obese people are not happy with the way they look because of the social stigma surrounding it, with many of them staying indoors with no jobs because they can't do things like others do, especially for those that are severely obese. Obesity has many causes. They ranges from socio-economic and environmental. Some known causes include poor diet, especially high energy given one, lack of physical activity, posed by things like automation, genetic susceptibility, medication like antipsychotics, mental disorders, and endocrine disorders. For mental disorder cases, at times person loses the sense of satisfaction, so a person eats uncontrollably until it becomes physical evident for him or her that he can no longer take more. This habit fosters binge eating, where people eat large amounts of food, which make them severely obese. At times, it has to do with addiction, where a person becomes addicted to certain food or drinks to such an extent the person will no longer feel well without taking this food, worse at times in large quantity. It's no longer news that some of these food and drink companies, especially processed ones, manipulate their product by adding certain additives that make people addicted to their product, returning customer for them. There is high rise in number of people with this condition globally, with a certain data in 2015 suggesting around 600 million adults and 100 million children worldwide, with more frequency in women than men. Majorly due to increase in sugary food consumption, the appetite for palatable, high-calorie food, especially fat and sugar, seems to be the primary cause of obesity. Average per capita sugar consumption have increased around many regions in the world, with United States having the highest. Obesity being one of the leading causes of preventable death, having around 2.8 million people dying per year, has a remedy and preventive measures. Obesity can be prevented by weight loss via lifestyle intervention like dietary and physical exercise. Sedentary lifestyle must be avoided, and also one need to become conscious of the food they take. From the legislative perspective, a good policy must be put in place to check the activity of the food industry, as many countries have already taken measures to curtail sugar consumption by imposing tax and forcing companies to label their product if excessive sugar is involved or not. Did you enjoy the video? Don't forget to like and subscribe. It will take away nothing from you and it is of value to us. Thank you. See you next.